A Brooklyn Park family is trying to raise awareness about inflammatory bowel disease after their little girl was put in an embarrassing situation.
Their child has colitis and needed to use the bathroom, but a New Hope business was hesitant to let her use their facilities, even though it was the law. Sonia Goins explains.
Aria Love is only 7 years old, but she's already had a lot of ups and downs in her lifetime.
She was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. It'll be 2 years in August.
I need a boost.
Ulcerative colitis is an inflammatory bowel disease.
She doesn't have control over her bowels, so at any moment she could soil herself, and that to me is more devastating for a child.
About 25,000 Minnesotans have IBD, which causes painful stomach cramps and diarrhea.
When you can't get to a bathroom right away, how does it make you feel? Look at Sonia and Ted.
Dad,
Because what will happen?
I will have an accident.
She almost had a close call last week. While the family was out running errands, Aria suddenly had to go to the bathroom. So they stopped into this Lifetime Fitness in New Hope.
The girl still was like, well, it's a members only club. And I was like, I'm going. So I took my card and I took her back to the bathroom.
Jill Love showed the Lifetime manager what's known as the I Can't Wait card. It's part of the Restroom Access Act. It allows people with certain medical conditions to use the bathrooms in many businesses.
You shouldn't have to show a card to prove that you need to use the restroom because of having a disease.
Tova Dominic is with the Minnesota chapter of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America.
It's embarrassing enough to have to ask someone to use the restroom, but then to be denied access, I mean, unfortunately, it happens every single day around the country to Crohn's and colitis patients.
Lifetime Fitness eventually allowed Aria to use its bathrooms. The health club gave us this statement saying, "We commit to our members that we will uphold access requirements to our facilities." With that said, in this instance, once the guest presented the card, she was granted access to our private club.
She said I'd have to fill out this paperwork, and then she went about helping everyone else.
Aria's family says
I waited and I waited.
they want more businesses to be aware of the law.
Even though people with Crohn's and colitis might look healthy on the outside, there's reasons on the inside that are not in their control, that they need use of that restroom as soon as possible.
Now, the Restroom Access Act was passed last year in Minnesota. Meanwhile, Aria was an honoree at this past weekend's Take Steps Walk. It's a fundraiser for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America. The Minnesota chapter raised $135,000. Mike and Alex, I can relate to Aria. I have Crohn's disease, so I know exactly what she's going through.
And you just finished a half marathon in Chicago to raise money for Crohn's.
I'm a little sore, but I'm part of Team Challenge Minnesota, and we raised $30,000. So
Doing your part.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Sonia.